I know this isn't exactly the start. But I did stream this earlier, and it was just running around Limgrave and not really doing much. I was pretty much just killing time for something, and I could not tell you what. I think this was right before Lies of P. I want to say that's why we stopped playing Elden Ring. So we'll just, you know, cut the intro out and just start her up here. Yeah, I'm actually playing on PC for real this time. And as you can see, there's no stuttering. There might be a little hitch now and then. Obviously, you know, there's probably still a little bit of shader cache, and also I'm streaming it with VTube Studio open. So we're not running at, you know, peak hardware advantage. But if you go back and look at the first, not the first part, I called it episode 0. We were stuttering like crazy on PC. And I want to say it was like a weird kind of bottleneck issue with my old computer setup. Like I mentioned, you know, multiple times now, we're running on a new processor and motherboard. And we've not had any, like, issues at all. Like OBS, when I used to stream, it would hover around 1 to 2 CPU usage, even with like NVENC on 1 to 2%. Now it's like 0.0, 0.1, 0.2. It's insane. So I'm thinking maybe my old setup, yes, it could use like, you know, the newest graphics cards, but the processor it was using was maybe not fast enough to kind of handle how good these cards could work. Because when I went to get a new motherboard, I'm like, this is my processor. And they're like, yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. I'm like, this was like 2 years old. And they're like, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like top of the line. So it was maybe like 3 or 4 years old. Yeah, whatever I got now, we're cruising. So I think I wanted to get the whip here. I think that was our initial weapon pickup. But we're not going to stick with the whip. We're going to go for the Frenzied Flame ending. But I also want to use like a Frenzy Flamed kind of build. Okay, we ain't playing Sekiro. We ain't playing Sekiro. Which, this should go up. I'm kind of torn. I think what I'm going to do is... This is probably not going to be on YouTube for like a week. The Sekiro playthrough is going to run until that's done. One a day. And then after the second Mario RPG part, this will be up. So this is happening before RPG, Mario RPG segment. You'll see this go up first, and then there'll probably be a part of Mario RPG uploaded right after. And that's probably just going to have Gino in the thumbnail, because we're at his part. Okay. I don't remember how to play this game. If you're wondering why I healed there, it's because I was actually holding down square to collect the items. Like I'm still playing Sekiro. So that muscle memory is going to take a bit. I actually almost just pressed R2 as well to fire a shuriken. Hello? That was a new move. Okay, this was not what I wanted to have happen again. Oh, come on. I was running too. Yeah, no news on the Elden Ring DLC. Kind of feels like they're gonna not like shadow drop it, but they're gonna announce it, and then it's gonna be coming out pretty soon after whatever date they pick, i.e. when it's ready. Since I don't have my PS5 version anymore, we're gonna need a new save. And I would like to think this will go smoother than the PS5 like playthrough. Just because I know the game a little bit better, but you know, there's kind of been a huge gap in time between playing it. It's so weird. You know, we were firing on all cylinders initially when the game came out. Beside, you know, the day one game not really working fiasco. Then, like, I liked the game so much I kept playing it off stream. Beat the game off stream. Then didn't want to play the game because it was so big. So then I think it was like a year. There's a chunk of time where it's like Elden Ring part this, and then like a year passes and then it's the next part. And it's like, man, I gotta remember how to play this game. And that was just earlier that... No, not earlier this year, but last year. Now we need a new save. Because I honestly was expecting to have to buy the DLC on PlayStation. I wasn't planning on changing computer or upgrading or doing anything until it was in the budget. Which anything extra is not in the budget since we're running on savings and have yet to make a profit or even any kind of progress to literally anything. Yes, we have affiliate on Twitch, but we're back down to the 0 viewer average. So we've not made any progress on becoming a content creator or income. So if you're watching this, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Like, the YouTube is the only thing that kind of gets any attention, and I've kind of semi-killed it on, not on purpose, but like, I've killed it in the sense that most people just wanted to watch Street Fighter, and I don't want to play Street Fighter anymore. So I've killed it in the sense that nobody wanted to watch the me content, but just the Street Fighter content. Except for maybe one person. That was a Sekiro button. Yeah, as of right now, which is mid-January, no news on Elden Ring DLC, so I don't know if we'll be playing this consistently, but I am expecting the playthrough to sort of stop. You know, when we beat it. And the rule is absolutely no summoning. So there's 2 bosses specifically I'm talking about. Because I basically have done that already. Except on Rodon. And I did the fight, you know, the way it's intended to be done. With the summons it kind of gives you. But I'm not going to do that again. And then also Millennia. I just couldn't, man. But after using the summon, I'm like, I felt so bad about doing it. And the worst part is, the summon made the fight so easy. I did it. Like, the very run I summoned for the first and only time was when I beat her. And I'm like, oh. That made the fight so easy. And then I'm like, well, you know, I'll do that on the main save. Or the PlayStation save. Because I was playing it in like a stuttery mess. Like at some points it was like not bad. But I would say like 80% of the game was constantly annoying.
I see. Thank you. But I can't even if the cat to ensure the trip. If you see her father.
So I kind of just wanted it over with. Kind of in the sense that, like, the game is so long and I was dealing with, like, so many technical issues. I'm like, just get me out of this game right now, please. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll have to refight her. Oh, what? I have to replay the whole game now? I think I want to do something else. That's what happened. Why is her strength so high? Was I going strength build? Uh-oh. So I don't know the stats that I'm going to need to use the weapon I'm thinking of. And also all the spells or miracles, whatever they're called. I don't know what we're going to need. I know we're going to need dex. I don't know if strength is that important. But I know we're going to need faith, but at this moment in time, I know I don't need it. So we'll probably use a respec at some point. But I'll probably only do it once. Do I teleport back up there? Probably. I know there's a stone sword key up there. Again, sorry if I still sound, you know, a little stuffy. I definitely am. And the dry weather isn't really helping me. So probably another week and a bit of this. And then hopefully we'll be good. Weekend was fine, but like it's getting supremely cold right now. I think everyone's getting hit with a big storm. Just kind of sweeping the nation. I almost pressed square. But the weekend was okay. Like I've mentioned earlier, I am working on some artwork. Or I wanted to on the weekend. And I did. I was sketching. But I've kind of run into an issue where I kind of thought it was going to happen, but I didn't know to what extent. Because I've talked about the plan. Like, okay, we're just going to grind. We're going to grind fundamentals. We're going to study. And, you know, until like the New Year's, we're not posting anything. And I mentioned, you know, obviously the casualties of a finished product. You know, we might not improve so much in that aspect. Which I think is true. But the other thing was, I didn't think it was going to be so difficult to draw from imagination again. It's like, you know, obviously I can picture what I want to draw. And there's definitely an improvement in just flat out construction. So there is an improvement. Oh, I didn't even notice the ledge. So, mission kind of accomplished. I mean, we're not like a master. And I'm still gonna continue the grind set that I'm on. Like, that's the goal, is like, before stream, get X amount of work done. And then after stream, you know, I'm gonna have to work on the after stream routine. So I might have to sprinkle in some just like thumbnailing or just draw from imagination to get used to it again. But I do have at least a sketch I'm looking to, you know, finish and post. Very likely before the end of the month. That's sort of the time frame I'm giving myself. Which is a lot of time. That's like 2.5 weeks. And you're like, really? All this for like 2.5 weeks worth of work? And I'm not, right now I'm not looking to, you know, put out a ton. Like, it's not difficult to draw a lot and post a lot. It's not. Quantity is not an issue. The issue is quality. We have a quality issue. And by we, I mean me and the channels. So I really want to put in the time to see if I can reach that benchmark of quality that is good enough to find some kind of success. I was gonna dodge and then the camera decided to, no, do its thing. So we're looking to strike with, you know, the hottest iron I can get. And I'm not chancing it on like just one piece. You know, I'm gonna try a handful of things. And if still, you know, I'm going live, nobody comes to chat, nobody's engaging with the tweets or artwork or anything, and I'll probably just keep the streams going, but I will probably stop posting artwork again. You know, just because I'm not looking to waste my time. And not like waste my time in like making artwork, but wasting my time in the sense of like posting artwork, doesn't do well, and then just like rinse and repeat. which I know isn't great for consistency. That's a part of it too, but that'll come with time. And I think that'll happen when I get more familiar with, you know, drawing from imagination again. But I'll still, you know, make uploads and stuff on YouTube and keep the Twitch stream going, but I'm not really expecting any change until, you know, there's actually something here. Not only for myself, but for, like, you know, other people. Yeah, I don't remember any of these guys. I remember who they are, I just don't remember what they do. I also broke my chair this weekend. It's still usable, and it's not the worst thing, but the back is now very wobbly. There was like a wooden splint in the back, you know, keeping it all together. Not like visible, like this is the inner workings of the chair, and I guess I broke it. So now the back swivels. Not without like actually trying to move it, but yeah, it's not pretty. I have no stamina. Thanks for reading my inputs. I have no stamina? I'm dead? I rolled too early and then I couldn't roll again because I rolled into a gravestone. So yeah, starting to find some success would be really nice. So I can buy a new chair. Also a lot, I was talking about March and how like a lot of games come out in March. There's a lot of stuff that comes out in March. Capcom just put out some information about Dragon's Dogma 2, which I forgot that comes out in March. But I won't be buying it. Because, number one, it's like $90 Canadian. And also, I hated the first one. It does look good, though. But it's not the gameplay that's the problem. It's literally the getting to the gameplay that's the problem. Because I was thinking, I told you guys, like, you know, I'll think about what we're gonna do maybe after a couple sleeps on it. And I was thinking, you know, maybe I'll play Dragon's Dogma. Maybe we'll play it because it's gonna be a little hot right now. People are excited for the second one. And I'm like, no. I've played the start of that game so many times. I can't stomach playing it again. I had like almost no damage. That was a waste. Okay. I know we were shielding a lot, but like, it's Elden Ring. Come on. I'm gonna use my shield. You have a lot of health. But yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not too interested in Dragon's Dogma. But it could pop off. And I know Capcom's probably going to sponsor a handful of people to stream it. It is, I think, maybe a little tougher to sell it because it is a solo experience. You know, it's not like Monster Hunter where you can have a group of people together and like show how fun it is as a group of people. You'd really have to hit up the solo game market. And obviously, I think Hololive is prime real estate. I think you'll see a lot of them get... I don't know if they'll get it early. They might do like early stuff. Or Capcom might drop the ball and like nobody gets sponsored to play it. Which I would think is insane. If you're going to sponsor so many people to play Exoprimal, which was the only time people actually played that game, was when they were paid to play it. You should probably sponsor streams to play, you know, your fantasy action adventure game. That kind of people have been waiting for as well. Kind of forgot to mention people have been waiting for a sequel for 10 years. Or longer. You bet your boys are not going to get a sponsorship. As much as I would like to, because I really do like Capcom's games. Despite me constantly, like, not being interested in Dragon's Dogma. But I think it would be a good choice of target. If you could convince me that that game is actually, like, insane and a definite improvement from the first one, I think that would say a lot. And I think they might go for maybe a lot of Souls content creators as well. Even though it's not really like a Souls game, it is a little bit, but in a weird way. Like, you do have your points and your level ups and your loadouts and your builds and all that. But the combat is more... I don't know. It's not like... I'm trying to describe it. It's more like your character plays this way rather than this weapon plays this way. Even though you can swap weapons, but like you have your own like skills and abilities that, you know, fit for like what you're playing. And they do let you mishmash a little bit. At least from what I played, you can kind of, you know, make some hybrid sort of gameplay styles. But for me, it didn't add too much. And really, the worst part about that game is just the travel. It was the traveling. And it happens right at the start of the game. Well, not right at the start, but like after the tutorial, like, wow, this game is fun kind of fights. You know, they bring you to the castle and or the castle town, whatever you want to call it. You know, you get your quest and it's like, walk all the way over here. And it's like, walk, huh? All this way? And the game's like, yep. You know, it's like the intro to Deadly Premonition, but like times like 5, and it's not a joke. And like I've, you know, played a decent chunk of that game. I think I got pretty close to the end. But like, I just couldn't bear to run around anymore. Like the worst part is when you get to a point where it's like, okay, you know, I had this quest. You know, now I'm here. Oh, the enemies, I can't kill them. I'm too underleveled. Well, where do I go now? Oh, well, you just go back the way you came. Or you fast travel to a point that either you haven't made or is semi closer to where you need to go, but still you have to walk the rest of the way. I think... Oh, no, we have to talk to that guy. That's why I was still here. So really, I'm just saying, like, the game needed fast travel, which it does have, but it's a limited use item. Even though the DLC does give you an infinite use version of it. And that doesn't help that you still need to discover these points by walking around the map. Fighting goblins that are weak to fire. And your pawns just never stop talking. And I could be totally wrong. Like, I maybe missed a mechanic. And I was like, well, you know, obviously you had the worst time ever because you didn't do X, Y, or Z. Which is, you know, oh, you missed it. Or you should have done this before you left this point. And then you would have had this, and then it would have led into that. And I mean, that's kind of the appeal, is it has, like, stuff that is very easily missable. And stuff that's very easily, like, discoverable.
Thanks to devote my arena has a I only hope it.
But sometimes, you know, the reward is not what you're looking for. Because I can't remember how many times I actually did like a big fight. It's tough, man. I really would have liked to have enjoyed Dragon's Dogma. But it just isn't my bag. And not the gameplay. What the heck is... What's the word I'm trying to find? There's a word they use. There's a game journalist buzzword they use for this, and I can't remember it right now. The game... The cycle... Gameplay cycle? I don't think that's right. It's something like that. Whatever that word is that is the correct term for what I just said. That's the problem. So did I fight the guy? No, I did not. I would have a second flail if I did. And it feels like those swords might be linked to the DLC, because they kind of don't do anything. They just kind of are markers for important areas. I'm trying to sound as clear as I can, even though my nose is as stuffed up as can be. Well, it's not that stuffed up, but it definitely feels stuffed. Apologies for my talking, but we're gonna be playing an RPG too, so get ready for some great reading. No, this is the wrong beach. There's items on the other side. There we go. What else? What else is going on? What's on my mind? What else was in March? I know I was talking about Princess Peach is March. There was something else. Now I can't think of it. It might have been another Nintendo game. But maybe not. I think it was maybe like Switch 2 speculation, but I think a lot of people are taking the Game Shark leak very seriously, so I think unless Nintendo says something, we're expecting the Switch 2 in September. Which sucks. I know I said it wasn't that bad, and it's not that bad, but the longer the Switch is out, the more it hurts me. Because I just want that enhanced backwards compatibility, which I'm making up, by the way. That's not even confirmed. Like, I've talked about, like, man, where do people get these speculations from, man? They're going ape. Like, oh man, the Switch is gonna have Melee HD, and you know, it's gonna have this, and that. I'm like, man, they haven't even like hinted that that's even happening. Where did you pick up that news? That's exactly what I was just doing. But like, please. That would be such a huge sell. Also, it's come out that it's about as powerful as base PS4, which got people upset. They're like, oh man, it's gotta be, as, you know, like PS5. And like, I'm really, like, I've tapered my expectations for this thing. And I think they're well within doable. Because the, what the heck? The Steam Deck can basically do this. And that's not even like a platform games are like designed to be on. It's just kind of emulating. Well, I mean, it is computer hardware, but you know, it's just, you know, running these games as if they were on PC and then converting it into however the controls would be handled on Steam Deck. Like this, you know, you would, you know, specifically program and design your game to run on this hardware. You know, oh, we're making a Switch 2 port of X game, so it has to run this specific way. And I don't think it's impossible to get games to just run 1080p, 60 FPS in dock. I'm not even asking for handheld. Handheld, I'd be okay if it was like permanently cut to like 30. Or you could have like a swap between less detailed graphics, higher FPS, or better looking game and lower FPS. which I think is a lot. That I don't think they'd do that. I think that they would do that in the sense that the developer would have the say on what they want to be the handheld mode. What a dumb conversation. But I mean, there's really not much to be excited for this year. It's looking slightly barren. Where's our weapon even at? That +2. Nice. +3 weapon probably would be really nice right about now. That's a 2-piece. That was not the same move. Why am I not using square off? That's the move I thought it was going to be. So close. I think once we get him off the horse, he's toast. Okay, we went for maximum greed and paid the ultimate price. Timings are messed up. I'm messed up. I'm messed up. Oh, come on. That was not a fourth like attack. Okay, we're in trouble. Goodbye. I know there's some stuff we can pick up this way. It's kind of why I came to this side of the map. You know, in the chunk of gameplay that you will never see. I mean, you've seen it a million times. Just literally watch someone's first time playing Elden Ring, and it's going to be them running around Limgrave picking up stuff. That was literally the only thing we did. I was trying to think of anything else, but no, that was it. It was so bad, I'm like, no, we're not uploading that. I mean, I should probably just leg it to the bonfire. And we'll take it from there. Where's the bonfire here again? Is it like around the corner here? Or am I thinking of a different one? I might be thinking of a different one. Got a mine over there as well. Isn't it like up here? No, I think my brain thinks it's somewhere else. Or I'm somewhere else. Definitely don't want the little ones bugging. I thought it was 2 hits. We're getting bugged. Okay, there's way more. Yeah, there's no bonfire here. I have no clue where it is. Oh, that's one thing we needed. You joking me? That's good for us. Where is the bonfire? I knew there was one around the edges. I must have just started in the wrong spot.